From the highs of Eagleman yesterday to the lows of today, there's not exactly £15 million bids getting fired in here, but you know what? Let's talk about it. It's June 27th. Lagi Bielka bids, Lawrence Shankland being omitted for squads, and also Josh Mulligan has signed for Hibs, which we kind of alluded to at the end of the video earlier. But anyway, we're here to talk about all the confirmed transfers and all that good stuff. So let's actually talk about a few things that aren't catching the headlines. Mansfield have bought midfielder Mariah Welsh from Hibs. So Hibs, I think Hibs have done some pretty good business this summer. They're signing a lot of, they're signing a lot of good talent, right, in the league as well, and they're also getting rid of a lot of fringe players. Mariah Welsh, thought he did all right for Hibs, but Mansfield have purchased him. They've managed to get him off the books. In terms of a fee, it's an undisclosed undisclosed fee, 2-year contract, and he's been at Hibs for about 18 months. So there you go. Helped them finish third last season. Not exactly the greatest Hibernian career of all time. Plymouth, on the other hand, buy striker Ozaneni from St Mirren, which we talked about the other day, so I don't really want to repeat that too much. But let's dive into Lawrence Shankland. That's a deal that, I mean, I'm seeing a lot of banter about this on Twitter, turning and saying about the fact that this guy, he will either sign a contract with Hearts or he will leave. Well, that's the obvious, right? To state the obvious, that is the literal obvious. What do I think is going to happen? Well, I think the fact that he's not signed a pre-contract with anyone tells me that he's going to stay, right? But he has been omitted from Hearts' Spanish training camp. So he's out of contract. He's in talks about a new deal. Derek McInnes said earlier this week that he hoped to speak to Shankland again on Tuesday and receive some clarity over Shankland's future in the coming days. So I don't know if that was referring to Tuesday as in 3-4 days ago Tuesday or this Tuesday. Either way, Shankland, can Hearts afford to lose him? I mean, I think they can afford to lose him. Even as good as he's been, Hearts have signed a lot of talent up front. They've got James Wilson, Kabongu, and a few other players as well. But I tell you what, they don't want to be playing. They don't want to be pissing about with Shankland for too long. I'll admit, I'd still take Shankland at Rangers, but I think there's a lot of moving parts in that regard about who Rangers are going to let go and bring in regarding the forward positions, the striker positions. But I wouldn't be surprised if Shankland stayed with Hearts and became pretty well paid up front for them. Moving on though, right, so RB Leipzig still interested in Nicholas Kuhn. Celtic apparently have not received any bids. Now there was rumours of 10.2 million. It appears that they want closer to 20 million euros, which would be about what, 16, 17 million pounds. That's more on the money that I thought Nicholas Kuhn would go for. Como are still interested. Of course, Cesc Fabregas managing them. Had a pretty decent season last year. Sorry, whatever you want to call them. Sorry, that's the one we'll go for. Again, the 40 million, the 30 million. I don't think Kuhn is going to go for that. I think he needed to keep that purple patch up for a wee bit longer than what he did, but he didn't. There's just continuous talks about Luke de Jong signing for Rangers. I would take Luke de Jong every single day of the week, man. I would. Now, in terms of Johnny Kenny and the Torsman, talked a lot about them this morning, so if you want to hear more about that, check out that video. As for Gamani, though, apparently he's keen on the move to France, but apparently there's been no formal bid for Lille, so who knows what the 17 million euros bid was. Maybe that's what they were going to bid, and Rangers have just let them know, right, you can bid 17 million euros, but the reality is, we want 20, and Rangers seem to be standing firm on that. But I think if we got anything 15 and above, plus a sell-on fee, I don't think there could be too much complaining done in that department. Fabrizio Romano has revealed that Braga have bid 2 million euros, which equates to 1.7 million pounds for Celtic's Gustaf Lagerbielke. Negotiations are ongoing. So again, it's just another guy that, same with Naroki, another centre-back that Celtic have signed and it hasn't worked out in recent years, but they'll be able to recoup a little bit of money back in that regard. Apparently, for Rangers to sign Owen Beck, they will have to get rid of Red Van Yilmaz, but If you look at Ridvan Yilmaz's last couple of seasons for Rangers, well, I say last couple, I said like before that he was great. He averages about like mid-20s in terms of games played. The guy's so injury prone, not relied upon, so it's not going to work. And then our final news, and a bit of news that I forgot about, or I would have put him on the thumbnail. Pack have signed Greg Taylor, of course, as a free agent after leaving Celtic. But we already knew this was going to happen. I mean, it looked like it was either going to be them or Dynamo Zagreb, but he's not chose Zagreb. He chose to go to Greece instead. So, will that be a good move for Greg Taylor? We'll have to wait and see. A lot of years at Celtic. He did become a bit of a scapegoat when things weren't going well for Celtic, but you know what? Considering that in his second year for Celtic, Rangers won the league, I think him leaving with how many Premiership titles? 5 or something, and countless cups. That's a fantastic move and a fantastic Celtic career for Greg Taylor. I don't think he'll complain, and I don't think many fans might actually look back in a few years and be like, you know what, Greg Taylor, underrated. But anyway, that's where we're going to leave it. We'll see. Obviously, the weekend, tomorrow, and into Sunday, I'm not expecting a lot of business to get done. I'm looking more at the week after that. And then, obviously, that's when European qualifiers are starting. So, to me, it's no real surprise that Dundee United, Hibs, those sort of teams, and also Hearts. I mean, teams that are involved in the group stage of the Premier Sports Cup, they're going to be getting involved, no two ways about it. But hopefully, Connor Cody for Rangers, I'd expect that one to get over the line. And obviously, earlier on the day, Celtic did make Nygren official. Anyway, that's where we're going to leave it. 27th of June, transfer roundup. Back tomorrow to round them up again. Till next time. Peace.